Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Ginger's Garden, Fig and Rum, tallow based soap, one of a kind, Arena Marchu. Pretty much made this one up. I wanted a rum and raisin scent. Raisin isn't really a scent that's able to be produced, I suppose, so we went with Fig and Rum, and the scent is just out of this world. It smells like rum and raisin ice cream. Brilliant, looks like that. I have taken a sample out of this. I think I've used this twice now, and I took one sample out of it which I sent on. But it's a beautiful scented soap, excellent performance, got great slickness. Now, if you watched Nara Shaves recently, he used the Ginger's Garden. These tubs, although look great and very functional when they flip the lid, access to the soap, they're not great in my opinion for loading your brush. Your brush bristles actually go under here and they actually rub against this rim, so it's actually about that much distance between the rim here and the outside, so your bristles actually get under there and it sort of scratches on your natural or synthetic fibres, so I don't like it for loading. But all you do is unscrew it and you've got a good little tub there to load, which is a bit better now because there's a bit of depth in it. When I first got this, it was jam packed full. You couldn't fit any more soap in this tub. It's great, that's the way you like it to be. Tony Forsyth custom brush, another Cut Above with Chris, my very first ever commissioned brush for the channel, and it'll stay in my den forever, and probably my sons might end up with it, I don't know, we'll see how we go. It might be worth money one day when I'm a multi-millionaire shaving channel YouTuber. Yeah, right. Yeah, 26mm black wool for tuxedo knot style. I would say this is probably, I know he does Magard knots now, so I'm not sure if this is a Magard knot or not. I'm not sure. It's the same manufacturer that makes these because he had these before Magard had them. So, I don't know. Excellent knot though. Soft, excellent backbone. It's definitely different to the tuxedo knot. It's not as soft, but still a lovely brush. So, as we are doing a head shave, I will load the brush up, get a really good load into the bristles, and then we'll fire it into my bowl. Whip up the lather in the bowl and then move on to the shave. I think I've got 2 days growth. My memory's terrible these days, absolutely shocking. And it's just getting worse. It's not even like it's getting any better, it's getting worse and worse. I think I've already got loads in the brush, but I'm just going to load a little bit more. Let's just see. That looks pretty good to me. God, the scent's lovely. If you want a scent that you can't find anywhere, Arena does an awesome job. She'll also send you a little, well, she sent me a little tester, just a little strip with the scent on it. And it smelled exactly like this. I kept the strip, the soap came, and I smelled both of them and they smell the exact same. So whatever you get on the strip with a little tester should smell exactly like the soap that you'll get as well. So highly, highly recommended. It's not too expensive. Mind you, it's not cheap either. But then again, nothing's cheap in this wet shaving game, I don't think. Oh. It's a Ponificio Aracino shaving grill. You can see a little bit of water in there. Put the brush straight in. That bit of water. Oh yeah, this is making an amazing lather already. I've only just started whipping it. I have to say, Arenas, I haven't used the vegan formula or the vegetal formula, but a tallow formula is superb. I'm not going to get into the what's better and what's not. I don't really notice the difference, if I'm honest. All I know is there's good soaps and bad soaps, and I tend to sort of agree with Douglas. I know some people say you get a better post-shave with tallow-based soaps, but I don't think you do. My Wickham soaps are all vegetal, and they're all as good as, if not better than, most tallow soaps I've used, or all tallow soaps if I'm honest. They're my number one soap, Wickham. So that sort of, to me, it says that although tallow's excellent, and tallow probably takes up most of my top 10 soaps, but that's mainly because I had to fit some in, really. I would really put Wickham soaps, all of his scents, in my top 10 if I could. But there's so many other soaps that come closer sit sort of level in my eyes with them. But like I say, I've had glycerin based soaps which have been pretty average. They're reasonably slick, but they've got no real protection in my opinion. Colonel Conks and Humphreys, they are great soaps. The lather, look at this thing peeking, look. It's just beautiful stuff. Just give it another good couple of dips and then we'll move on to the head. But like I say, I'm not an expert. I just use things. If they're good, they're good. If they're shit. I say it as it is. I don't sort of beat around the bush with it. One thing I have changed recently is, obviously if you've watched my recent videos, I've changed that. I'm no longer using samples unless it's like a full size sample, or if I get sent a small sample. Basically, if I get any more samples or someone sends me a sample, I'll probably contact the artisan direct and actually ask them whether they want me to use it or not, because I haven't had the best of results with I think my son's dropped his guts. He's nearly killed my wife by the sounds of things. Haven't had the best results with samples. So I'm going to knock them on the head. Right. This might actually have too much water in it, but you can see where I've went with it. Oh, scent's incredible, it's lovely. Scent strength, around about 5.5 out of the tub. When you get it lathered up, around about 6.5. Really, really good scent strength from Arena. And they're just excellent performing soaps. I just fancied this one because it was pretty cold today, so I just fancied a nice sort of nice warming scent. I mean, and this is a lovely warming scent. But the great thing I love about this soap is it gives an excellent performance as well for a head shave. Excellent sleekness. Intra shave and post shave, and the residual sleekness as well. It's just excellent. Really top performing soaps. I feel like I'm missing a light in here. It seems awful dark. Then again, it is 6 o'clock at night and it is winter over here. Brush is caked, the bowl is full, my head is covered. The RazoRock Wunderbar, and I've got Kai blade, as you can see, 5 dots. So this is shave number 6 on this Kai blade. Let's see how she fares. It still felt very smooth last shave with it. And it's just a beautiful razor. Torque slant razor, so that's pretty much held up level. You can see the slant on it, just a beautiful razor, and it shaves really, really well, almost too well in a sense. So go with the grain. Just to give you guys a comparison, the feather blades, with the amount of growth I've got now on my head, I get 1 shave from a feather blade. Second time round it's just no good. It just does not do anything the second time round. It's almost like just blunt, doesn't hold its edge very well. Now the Kai blades start off pretty good, they start off reasonably sharp, they're smooth, but they're not as sharp as a feather that first pass, the first time you ever use them, the first shave. But by the time you get to your second and third shaves, for some reason, however these blades have been made up, they get smoother and smoother and smoother until you get to sort of the 4th and 5th shave, and it's really at its peak power then. It's working at its best then for me. Sorry, I'm not being too talkative, just trying to sort of concentrate. The blade feels ever so slightly like it's going now. So it's on its 6th shave, full head shaves. I don't do like one, it's normally like a 2-3 pass shave, so it's done as a 6th shave. So I'll see how it starts off against the grain. If it feels a little bit rough, I'll just change it out. You can't go wrong with 5.5 shaves out of one blade, definitely not. There's still quite a bit of hair on the head, which isn't a problem because we're about to knock the rest of it down. Look at that. It's good stuff, it really is good stuff. I haven't tried any of Arena's sort of, I don't want to call it run of the mill because it's exceptional soap, but mass produced stuff, I suppose. It's not mass produced, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to get at. A non-custom line. I do see quite a bit of it getting advertised all over the place. I, unfortunately, at the moment, given my work situation, I'm probably making more out of YouTube than I am out of my business at the moment. Yeah, it's definitely on its last legs. not getting a lot of residual slickness today, surprisingly. It's normally pretty good with Arena soaps. Or soap, I've not tried any other soaps apart from this one. Yeah, I think this blade's done. I'll be back in a second. Okay, so here we go. Brand new feather, high stainless. That was the right way up. We'll pop this in. I don't think, from memory, I've used a feather in this razor yet. I noticed straight away when I'm popping the cap down, it's a much thinner piece of steel. Let's see how she goes. Might just pop a bit of lather on the back again, because I don't know whether there's enough moisture still in it. I think there is. There we go. Now for me, for a head shave, you really need an efficient blade. I always recommend an efficient razor as well, but an efficient blade's enough. If you're using a mild razor, which I very rarely do, it's normally an efficient razor that I use on my head. Right, there's not much left on there. I'm going to empty this water out. Right. Flicking lather on the wall, flicking it behind me on the floor. Just making a mess really. It's definitely a extremely sharp blade though. You know, that they're all sharp blades, but they're all just got a different edge on them in my opinion. And the feather blade, it's got a sharpness like none other straight out of the packet. Tell you what, this soap is not the slickest. Sort of struggling here. I don't think I've quite got the consistency right on it. I'm finding the razor skipping quite a lot. Well, that hasn't been, I mean, I'm pretty much BBS, but it was by no means super comfortable. Not as comfortable as I was expecting it to be. That's for sure. But we got there. There's no nicks, cuts or weepers or bumps or anything, but I almost feel like I'm losing touch with the bone lather. I'm not quite getting it right. It looks great, it feels great. The actual performance of it isn't that great. I don't know. It's happened a few times recently. I don't know whether I'm overwatering, but it looks dry when it's on my skin. I mean, that's what's left in the bowl. And it does feel super slick, but it's washing off my hands quickly. So as soon as the water hits my hands, the slickness sort of disappears straight away, which is, I expect it to last longer. Maybe it's been a while since I've used this, and maybe I've sort of spoiled the way I see some soaps that I thought were really good. Maybe they're not quite. I don't know. I'll have to try this one with a face lather and just see. For some reason at the moment I seem to get more control and finish up with a better lather from a face lather. than I do from a bowl lather. I don't know why. That just seems to be the way it is. Just checking to see if I had any blood in the back of my head. Smells great. If I have, you guys probably just seen it all. I have actually, I've got a little spot, just one little spot of blood. Right, Humphreys citrus. This is a bit all over the place, this shave, in terms of what I'm using. No burn at all, which is surprising. I thought I was going to get a lot of irritation at the back, but not. Okay, the soap. What is it? Ginger's Garden Fig and Rum, custom scent from Arena Marchu. Beautiful scent. The little tubs are great, they look good. I love the idea of the pop top lid, but it's not great for lathering or loading from. Scent strength of a 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5 when it's lathered. It does work great. I think I've just overdone the lather. I think maybe put too much water in, I don't know. I've used it before and it was better than that from memory, so I'm not going to shoot it down from that one shave. I will use this again, don't worry. The brush, custom TF shaving. Beautiful, beautiful brush. It's the Phantom Nebula colours. .26mm tuxedo style knot, which is excellent. It's got no scratch or scratch, it's got great scrub, heaps of backbone, soft. It's really an excellent, excellent brush. Lovely, lovely knot. The bowl is my good old trusty faithful. I mean, it whips up great lathers, just for some reason the lathers aren't that great. It's a Bonificio Baracino shaving rail. It's a tremendous bowl. It really whips up a great lather. The razor was the RazoRock Wunderbar. Started off with the Kai blade. As you can see, it had 5 shaves on it, so that was 5.5 shaves from the Kai blade. And then I moved on to the feather. I'll probably keep this in, try it again, see if I can get a full head shave out of it. So it'll be a shave and a half from the one blade. I don't think it will get through it, but we shall see on the next head shave. Humphreys citrus. And I'm just going to finish off now. That's dried in. Where am I? I don't recommend anyone doing that because it's absolutely no slickness on my head at all. I mean, none. And if anything, it's sticky from the moisture. But that feels great. Yeah, I think I will. I'll finish off with. I've not used it for ages. Nivea Too Faced. By ages, I mean like 4 days. Good splash of that. This will sting. No, not much though. Do you know something? I've had a much better shave than I thought I had, so that's good. I thought I was going to be extremely irritated on the back, but I've got nothing really. It does look really red there. I don't know, but I've got no sting. Look at that shine. Brilliant. Can you see your head in there? Can you see your reflection? Oh, wonderful. Alright guys, thanks very much for tuning in. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Cheers.